I admire myself as a child. I really do admire that phase of my life. I used to try everything. I used to get involved in anything and everything I could come across. I didn't know what I was capable of. I didn't know what I was good at. I didn't know what I was bad at. I don't know. I didn't know where I would be successful and where I wouldn't. My mind was open because I didn't know anything. I was exploring these new things and trying to figure out my niche. And that was the fun of it all. It was the entire essence of it all. But since I've grown older, I have kind of begun to know what I can do and what I can't do. I have known my limitations now. I know my strengths, my weaknesses, and whatever I'm capable of succeeding in, and whatever I know I will flat out fail if I try. And that has moved me into a different kind of mindset. I only go ahead with something if I know I'm going to win. That's the only way I'm going to continue focusing on something. If I have an inkling that whatever I'm trying will fail, I don't even try it. I avoid it. I just watch people go ahead with it and try. And it frustrates me sometimes because sometimes I look at somebody who I would consider is less competent or uh, less knowledgeable about something than I am, but they go with their naive mind or their deluded self. I can also say that, and they try. They fail the first time. They fail the second time. They fail the third time. They fail the seventh time, and then maybe after 50 tries, they finally make it. And I'm like, maybe it might not even have taken me 50 times. Maybe 20 times in, I would have gotten it already because I think I was way ahead of this guy at the beginning of this discussion. So I've learned an important lesson in the last few years of my life, especially after going through depression and my mental illnesses and all that. Most of the days when I'm depressed, I don't feel like leaving my bed. I don't feel like eating food. I don't feel like walking to the shopping center. I don't feel like talking to anybody. I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like going to school. I don't even feel like keeping my eyes open. Opening my mouth and talking seems like a lot of effort. Even breathing seems hard. Like everything seems hard. Moving my neck to look back seems like a job. Everything seems hard and impossible and just unnecessary. So I have to remind myself. Someone online, I don't remember who, I think it's Alan Watts, gave a very simple analogy that life is like a dance. Yeah. What is the point of the dance? Because when I'm looking at winning, I'm looking at the destination. But what is the point of a dance? What is the destination of a dance? When you're dancing, where are you trying to get to on the dance floor? Is there a specific position on the dance floor that you're aiming at? That's where the dance will end and there is some reward there. There is not. The fun is in the process of getting to nowhere actually. That is the essence of it. The journey is the essence of it. We should enjoy the journey. So I've come to this conclusion that winning, like it is not about winning, it's just about turning up. It's not about getting a first class honors. It's about getting a certificate of participation. Even if it was a fail, at least I attended. I attended that conference. I attended that school. I attended that class. I attended that meeting. I attended that fun event. I attended that. That's it. I may not have entertained anyone. I may not even have talked to anyone. I may not have drank any alcohol, smoked any weed or cigarettes. I may not have talked to anyone in that gathering. Probably I was seated at the corner with my phone, scrolling through social media and something. But I'm better off than someone who never left their bed because I turned up, and that's what matters. Turning up is better than winning. And we should always turn up. Turn up for a soccer event, even if you're so bad at it. Turn up for a golfing event, even if you know nothing about golf. You can watch people golf all day, and your day is gonna be better. I assure you. Just turn up. Turn up to that interview that you think you're not qualified for. You might be the only one who turned up. And I think when I was a child, this is how I succeeded in the few things that I succeeded in. Sometimes I would be the only one who turned up. I was not the best. I was not even good, but I'm the only option, so they had to pick me. Turning up is one great thing that I would encourage everyone to pursue. Because winning puts you in a slave. It makes your mind a slave to certain reward. Because the reward of winning is addictive. I think it's the adrenaline or the endorphins or something like that. I'm not I haven't researched much on it, but there is something that happens in your mind when you win. There is a feeling you get, and that feeling fades away very quickly. And the higher you win, the greater the crash. Because sometimes we feel or we think that when we win, we are going to be happy forever. Sometimes I think if I just got through my troubles, like if I just got to be famous, like the most famous person on earth, or the richest person on earth, or the most powerful or famous person on earth, just if I got to be the best at something in the entire world, maybe win the Nobel Peace Prize or something like that, I will be happy forever. That I will be thinking about that moment for the rest of my life and enjoying the rest of my life because I have achieved the best. And there is nothing better I can do. Maybe I have even gone to the moon, who knows, anything. And I think that's going to last forever. But it doesn't. It crashes. People praise you for 1 or 2 days. If long enough, they might praise you for a week or a month. But new trends come up. Maybe you were trending last month, but something else is trending this month. Maybe you're trending 2 years ago. Something completely the opposite of what you're doing is trending 2 years later. Maybe you are trending, but people have totally forgotten about it. And it happens all the time. So if all your self value was attached to the winning, that you won something and people should praise and worship you and acknowledge you for the rest of your life, you get some resentment towards the winning. It feels like it was a curse rather than a blessing. Because I have read this. The mind doesn't like if I were to get a salary like right now, assume I have a salary of 50,000 and I'm okay with it. I think I have an average salary or a good salary depending on where I'm living. But if I'm living in the village, that's a very good salary and it can sustain me for months. And then I happen to get a job for 2 months that gives me a salary of 200,000. And I'm going to be thinking, I'm just going to enjoy this 200,000 for for these 2 months, then I can go back to my normal life for 50. But you try, enjoy the 200,000 for the 2 months, and then go back to your 50,000. It's not going to be enough. Nothing has changed. You're going to go back to the same old life that you're living in. But suddenly, the 50,000 is no longer enough. Your brain doesn't take getting back to 50,000 as going back to the normal baseline that you used to be. It doesn't take it as normal anymore. Your new normal is 200,000, and you're not going to accept anything less than that. And it's a problem, it's a big problem. And that's what I'm saying. If we focus on winning all the time, we lose the entire essence of life itself. We get confused. We follow the wrong thing, the wrong methods and everything. I don't know how to put it better, but that's how I feel about everything. Nowadays what I do is I just stand up. I don't care whether it's a success or not. I just stand up. Sometimes I try to talk. I'm a very quiet person, but sometimes I turn up in public gatherings and be like, I'm going to talk. Sometimes it comes out as awkward. Sometimes it comes out like I don't know how to talk. Like I'm not sociable at all. Sometimes I may mumble words and or get something like a word block or something, a memory block in the middle of speech, and I just have to end it at a point that doesn't make sense. But like beyond all this, the most important thing is not that I embarrass myself in front of people. The most important thing is that not people are going to look down upon me because of that event for the rest of my life. The most important thing is not that I couldn't be able to speak like my friend here who is so eloquent and so glamorous and so charming in their speech. The most important thing is that I turned up. I was able to get my words out of my mouth. It wasn't successful. It wasn't great. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't anything glamorous. But it was something. It's better than me keeping quiet throughout the entire thing. It's no one would have known what was in my mind, no matter how clumsily it was delivered. But I got to express myself, and that's important. Express your views because your opinion is important, whether it's right or wrong. No matter how it's presented, it's your opinion, and you have the right to have it. And you have a unique perspective, I would say, a perspective no one else has apart from you. Because while you can be spending your entire day or your entire month with someone else, they will never be in your shoes. They will always be 2 centimeters away from you, even if you're holding hands. They will always be a few feet below you, even if you're standing on their head. They will always be a few feet beside you, even if you're sleeping on the same bed together. You're always experiencing a different thing from the other. So you have a unique perspective that you can share to this world. And it's important. And winning is not the essence of it. Winning is a trap. Winning is really a trap because you get that adrenaline. And once you win once, you want to win again. And when you win again, you want to win again. And you will not accept number two. You will not accept number three. You will not accept number four. And that is not right. Most of the times, there can only be number one. And there are 8 billion people in this world trying to be number one. So, how can you expect to be number one all the time? How can you expect to be the winner all the time? Is that not setting unrealistic expectations for yourself? Is that not delusional? Someone has to be the last. Someone does. Someone does. Assume we all turned up, and we are all wonderfully and beautifully created by God. And there's 8 billion of us, but only one person can be number one. Only one person can be number two. Let's assume they are not eyes. Someone has to be last, and we'll classify them as a loser. We'll classify them with all these derogatory terms. We'll call them useless and they should deserve to die, or they are a disadvantage to this civilization and society. But they turned up, they're alive. They didn't commit suicide or something like that. They are still here, no matter how badly the situation is. They are participating in life, no matter how badly things are going, no matter the fact that the society has placed them at the very bottom and consider them are absolutely vegetable, if I may use that word. They are still here. That's a win. It may not be a win, but it's a turn up, a certificate of participation. I used to see these things a lot. You would attend something, maybe a seminar or something like that. You then you'd get a certificate of participation because you were there, you attended that seminar. Whether you gained something or not, maybe you only gained one word from it. It was a 4 day seminar, but the only thing you came out with there is one word. That's a loss, I would say. That's complete failure of the seminar itself, or for you especially, for not being able to grasp something useful from it. But it's not a loss. There's someone who didn't attend that seminar. There's someone who didn't get that one word from it and will never get it because the seminar is over. You have one word advantage. That may seem like nothing, but it's something. It is the reward of participation, the reward of turning up rather than going to wherever you will win. The reward of attendance. It's a very important reward. And I would argue it's better than winning. Instead of participating in one event where you won and then you miss 9 other events, you're better off attending 10 events where you are last because you have 10 times the experience of this person who won in one event. And when you're smart in one area, I think I see this a lot. Sometimes you're very smart in one area. Maybe you're like Albert Einstein, you're very good at physics and math, and you somehow delude yourself that you're the best at everything, like you're the best in this world because you're good at something, one thing. Yet you missed out on 10 or other different things. You missed out on drawing. You missed out on being a good videographer. You missed out on being an architect. You missed out on being a civil engineer. You missed out on being a doctor. You missed out on so many things. You just focus on one thing for life and you are the best at it. And that's where your self esteem comes from. Yeah, you have absolutely no knowledge in so many other fields. Absolutely none. And that's okay for you because you know if I attempt to become a doctor, I will fail. People will see my weaknesses. People will see me as dumber than I think I am, or they will think less highly of me than they did. Look at this other person who is always last in everything they participate in. And everyone is making fun of you, laughing at you. That this guy always tries, he's always trying new things and failing all the time. He's 80 years old and has never succeeded in anything and never stops to tell himself, I need to stop doing these things. But this person is gaining something important: perspectives, experience, life. Because life is about living, not about winning. Thank you.